5 Network. This is Score on Business.
Hey, welcome to Score on Business. I'm Pete Hendricks, your host for today. A lot of prospective entrepreneurs aren't sure where to get started, so make sure to check out scorenashville.org. We'll share some more ideas. And so let's get to our first guest. Ken Raetz is founder and CEO of Think Data Insights. They assist customers by developing effective data strategies and building analytics solutions that drive meaningful business change. Thanks for being here, Ken. And I'm glad that we got connected because data is really becoming, you can create competitive advantage if you do a good job with it. So tell us about a client that you've worked with and what you helped them achieve.
Sure, absolutely. So we work with smaller businesses as well as larger enterprises. So on the smaller side, we work with a restaurant franchise owner, and a good bit of what we do is more on the efficiency and optimization of internal processes. If you can achieve efficiency, you decrease costs and then open up opportunities for for gaining new market shares and other opportunities. So we put in place a system that basically replaced an old, very manual process for them, which everybody loves Excel. And it was based in Excel, but we put in a system that improved their process and allowed onboarding to increase significantly, more rapidly for their folks out in the field. And another area is in healthcare. We do a good bit of work in healthcare, and so we've been working with organizations to improve access to clinical outcomes, operational focus, understanding kind of where their challenges are. And again, like you said, it's all using data. It's critical, I think, that organizations are using it today.
In healthcare, there's I can't remember the name right now. It's the outcome, the reimbursement based on outcome.
The value-based reimbursement plan.
There you go. And data is what enables that.
It enables it, and in fact, most organizations that are trying to do that without automating that process are finding it challenging and having to hire a large number of people just to keep that that mechanism in place.
I have some exposure to that. It can't be done without automating it, especially if there are a bunch of different data sources and it has to be normalized.
And there usually are a lot of data sources, and that's really the challenge with today's economy and business, is that it's usually not one simple data source, and so companies are forced to find ways to bring that data together and make it mean something for them. Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to talk, I guess, about two different kinds of companies. For the early stage startups that are probably, well, they could certainly use a company like yours, but probably don't have the money yet. What can they do to make use of data? Like a lot of software has some tools built into it.
Sure, and I think it's important to note that I was once that same company as well. And so there's a lot of services available online. Software as a service has been around a while, and it allows an organization to essentially access the same enterprise type software that larger companies have traditionally accessed. So tools like MailChimp is one great option. We use that as well, and for email campaigns, and built into those systems is usually a significant amount of reporting and analytics capabilities, So with MailChimp, I was actually just looking at a report this morning, looking at click rates and conversion rates, blocked emails, things like that help us understand how well we're targeting the folks that we're trying to reach. And so it's right at their fingertips. It doesn't require significant investment. Other tools, you've heard of Tableau and Power BI that a lot of smaller companies are accessing, or sometimes it is just Excel, but basically there are approaches that small companies can take without consulting organizations to get started and start integrating and analyzing their data. Absolutely.
And the smaller company CRMs have built-in analytics.
Absolutely. So you see Zoho, Salesforce is a great tool. Usually larger organizations use that, but very accessible. Dynamic CRM, they all have the analytics built in, and we always try to encourage our clients, use what you have until it doesn't work for you. Keep it as simple as you can, so that it really does work for you, and you're not working for the technology itself. So
yeah, touching bases back to MailChimp, I used to send out emails. They were articles that I thought customers would be interested in,
right.
and I could go in MailChimp and see, who opened it, how many
right.
times it was forwarded, all of that.
That's right. Yeah, and that's
Okay.
really critical, right? A big part of a marketing effort is measuring engagement. If we're going to spend this time trying to reach an audience, are they interested in what we have to share? Are they going to engage? So yeah, things like the opening of the email, the clicking on links that we've presented, those are all measurable items that I can view through the MailChimp tool, and it allows me to more focus. So that's the key with any use of data. It's great, and you can make things look great, but how does it allow you to focus as an organization to spend the least amount of time, the most efficient use of resources to deliver what you need to deliver? And so on the marketing side, let's focus on reaching the most people, the right people.
We probably ought to take a quick break.
Sure.
And we'll come back, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Okay.